Hello, everybody. So, what's going on? Nobody is here yet. I don't know what I'm talking about. SE will probably be here after the fact, though. Hey, oh, look at him. Already causing trouble. You see that? That's a bad kitty. Already causing trouble. We'll get that in the frame, though, just in case. What are you doing? Can't have you messing with our light back there, you know? So here we are. We're talking about whatever, anything food might come up. I'm sure Trey's current tour will come up. Phish has got some shows coming up. Boom. What's up, Forbin? Pretty much anything is on the table. We got the Michigan game on. It's on HBO Max and also TBS, I believe. The second leg of our two-leg parlay here. UCLA up 12 at halftime, the first leg. And then, of course. And Michigan being the second leg, obviously if Michigan has a first round exit, I won't be too heartbroken. But if they win, I win my bet. Bet, obviously, not very big. Maybe not obvious. Maybe you weren't here the other night. Although this one is larger. Going out on a limb here, $1.47 was the parlay amount. And no, that is not code for $147. $1.47. Uh-oh, DH. I saw you're coming back for your title, DH. Back in the running. Thomas as well. Look at this. Two former champions in the chat. Well, it's just the first day, so unless you're really in the stinker, and unless some of your teams unless you got somebody, you had Clemson going deep, you might be in trouble. That's Drake. Drake hung on to win by 10. All right. So I got Drake as my Cinderella team this year. Got Drake going to the Sweet 16. And as mentioned, we got UCLA and Michigan rooting interest right now. But we can talk about whatever. We don't have to talk about March Madness. We will probably check in on the NCAA group, though, at some point. Saw earlier, Mary Elizabeth. Yep, DH, good luck. Hey, what's up, Aiden? How you doing? Aiden, I believe possibly I saw you in the group, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think I did. Ended up with 91 people in the group. So if you do win, that's worth bragging about, I feel. It's good job. Good job. Thanks to everybody that did join. If you are here, we got Michigan up 6-0 early. Ah, cool. Good deal, Aiden. Good deal. Ooh, long three from UC San Diego. Rebounded by Michigan. So UC San Diego yet to score. Michigan takes it up the court. Lays it in. They go up 8-0. 91 entries, Thomas Pickering, total people. Yeah, I had Drake winning the first round, and I have Drake going to the Sweet 16, Pat. What about the Albany YEM? Did Phish ever play on the campus of Drake University? Or is it University of Drake? I'm not sure which, actually. Turn that off a little. Oh, come on. HBO Max already buffering on me. It's all right. We were headed to timeout. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? All right, go Badgers. I believe I had the Badgers winning some games. Not a lot happening. Where is Trey playing anywhere tonight? Has that tour wrapped up just yet? Nico, what's happening, Nico? Nico, what are your 5 favorite years? You ask me mine. Can you say a solid 5, 1 through 5? We're talking about whatever, really. It's an open. I'm watching the Michigan game, so that'll be coming up, but hey, what's happening, Jammin' Music Man, down there in Georgia? I don't know if you care about Georgia basketball, but I saw your Bulldogs went down. I'll Trey in Milwaukee soon. I know he was in Columbus the other night, about a week ago. I listened to a little bit of the stories. Phish at MSG, YouTube channel, Phish at MSG, uploaded just the Trey banter. Woody B, what's happening? Okay, Trey is still going. And then, yeah, mid to late April, we'll have the spring tour, if you want to call it a tour. Okay, he's got, was that Nashville? Is that the Ryman? I saw a show there once, I believe. I believe it was the Ryman. I don't know. I just went with some friends. Okay, here's Nico's top 5. 1992. This is in order from 5 to 1. 1992, 1998, 1995, 1997, 1994. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong, Nico. Hard to argue. Obviously, I love the 94 and 97, 1 and 2. I think I might have had 93 at 3. Can't remember. 93 or 95. Either way. Yeah, I figured not jamming music, man. Hope you've been doing well down there, dude. Good to see you, man. I still love March Madness. Probably started when I was in like middle school. Printed out some brackets and got it going at school. Got in trouble, man. I think it was maybe the second year I got in trouble. The first year I pulled it off. Had about, I don't know, 15 to 20 friends, got $1 of their lunch money, gave the winner took all. And then the following year, I think like a teacher or somebody reported me. It started getting a little out of hand. I just remember they like talked to my parents. They referred to it as an illegal gambling ring. And I just remember my mom or dad being like, come on, they're just filling out brackets. It's $1. Hey, what's up? I'm sure Spud will be here. You know what? He might be helping his wife to bed right now, actually. I'm sure Spud will be here. Phish played Des Moines one time at the Civic Center. Damn. I know they played one killer show in Iowa. It was either, I know Trey mentioned a grandparent possibly being from Iowa. It was a show, Wally P, where Trey mentions a family member invented nitrous. I don't know if that's true or not. Or was the first, not invented it. I'm sorry, not invented. Was the first to administer nitrous in the state of Iowa. Either he had a family member or somebody in the bands, like had a grandparent. Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The Wally P, it's not like Wally P's the only Phish fan here. We got a few. I don't know what's up with Dan Z. Dan Z comes and goes, you know. It might be a little late for him. Mind. Oh, you know what, Pat? I haven't actually heard that yet. I haven't heard any of the oh shit, Phil. I don't know if you're asking me or if you're saying you're going. I think you're saying you're going though. I know, man. Middle school actually jamming music, man. Yep. So I've pretty much loved it since then. Like sixth grade, I pulled it off. Seventh grade, I got busted. They called in the feds. And then eighth grade, the tournament was actually in Dayton. And me and my dad went and saw Cincinnati and Delaware and Michigan State. Or maybe it was Cincinnati and somebody else in Michigan State and Delaware. Anyways, I remember the good teams that won were Cincinnati and Michigan State. And Delaware was also involved. Good deal, Phil. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you're wearing a Fishman costume? Hell yeah, go for it, man. New Hampshire in June. Good deal, good deal. Hey, good evening. Satin. Larry Rules, what's happening? What is going on with every time they go to break, ESPN Plus buffer? Oh, there we go. Am I live? Okay, I'm live. Did it really just say 10-0 still? This is pathetic. Let me refresh this. I don't know what's going on. '98. What was going on in Greenville, South Carolina? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're saying, Braveheart. Mostly Dayton, Thomas. They might be confused by the Mexican Fishman. Here we go. Forbin's got an answer. Okay, he's got an answer to something different. Okay, Forbin's talking about McConnell's parents or grandparent, his father actually, working on Tylenol and developed the MRI. Did anybody? I probably missed it. If anybody did, in fact. Saw him 3 times in Iowa 95. I guess I could look it up myself. I don't know why. I'm depending on you guys. One of you might have known, I thought, perhaps. Let's see here. $412.93, it looks like. if that's the case. Let's see. Let me find out. Hey, there's Dan Z. People were asking about you, Dan Z. Now is Spud here yet? I forget. I think we were just asking about Spud. No Spud yet. Oh boy. Spud knew it was coming as well. He was given a heads up earlier today. I posted a little message. Spud saw it. Yeah, I used to have this Iowa show on CD. I like this show a lot. I don't really remember what. Let's see. Other than the nitrous story, not the highest rating on .net for what it's worth, but yes, they played at the University of Iowa in Iowa City. It was a Monday. Let's see. So where's the nitrous story? Satin Doll. Trey told a story about how his great-grandfather went to the University of Iowa and his grandmother used to attend dances in the same venue and danced to big band music of Duke Ellington. Wait a minute. That's not what it was. I heard more. Damn, dude, I'm not making this up. I'll be damned. So he did tell, that is the memories of that's a weird memory because there was something about a parent or a grandparent. Turns out it was a great grandparent, but it had nothing to do with nitrous. Son of a. What about in the reviews? I thought that was the show. And now I'm disappointed. I'll get back to the chat here in a moment. Get back to the game eventually, some point too. Damn, I can't believe that wasn't it. Damn. Here we go. NO2 history. I looked right over it earlier. Sorry. It's funny. Somebody's probably already saw this and that. Oh, okay. So it was this show. In a little story on 4/12/93 at the University of Iowa, the song references his great grandfather. This was N2O. This song is all about N2O laughing gas. Anyways, his great grandfather graduated there in 1908. Was later the first to ever use nitrous in the state. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Damn. All that just for that. Turns out I was right. Cool. So there's your nugget for the day. Trey claims his great-grandfather was the first to administer nitrous in the state of Iowa. He went to the University of Iowa, graduated in 1908. The first to ever use nitrous in the state is actually what Trey said precisely. Well, now I don't know Foreman. He just said he was the first to use it. Now I'm like, maybe he just fucking busted out a balloon. I was thinking it was administered though. She's in the other room watching some hoops, probably. Or no, she's probably not watching hoops. I'm not sure what she's doing. All right. Well, anyways. I know, not bad, huh, Wally P? Not bad. Yeah, that was an old show I had on CD, the 4/12/93. Let's see other than that story. I wonder what it was that I remember and liked about this show. Probably the YEM, I guess. Honky Tonk Women Jam within the YEM. That's something, I guess. I don't know how cool it was. Looks like a pretty solid stash, allegedly. I don't even think it was a soundboard. Oh, it was a soundboard. All right. So, anyways, April 12th, 1993, a pretty cool show. There's a soundboard available, it looks like. Yeah, good deal. Highway to Hell, a Rocky Top, two encores. Highway to Hell, they left, they come back, they encore again with Rocky Top. I don't know. Can't explain it. Uh-oh, is Spud here? I'm not usually good at that type of stuff. That was amazing. I remember that. I probably listened to that show a lot. I don't know. It looks very it's a one that maybe I could listen to at work. Looks like some man, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It was just one I liked, I guess. I don't know. It was memorable. All right, so let's get an update here on the game. 13-4 Michigan, is that right? That looks right. So feeling good about that. It looks like Utah is still winning. Got a two-leg parlay going. Got $1.47 on Michigan and UCLA to both win. Got Drake winning tonight. They were my Sweet 16 Cinderella. Feeling good about that. Take a look at the maybe here closer to halftime of this game, we'll take a look at the group, see how the group's doing. All right. So let me get back to the chat here. I'm sorry, I missed a bunch. I'm way behind. I'll go back a little bit. Dan Z is in fact here. Thank you. Jack Crick, what's up? Nice to see you if you're still here. AKA Robert K. I don't know if Tom Lake is here yet or not, but you guys, some of you may not. There's Tom Lake. What's up? Just showed up, looks like. I was going to tell a story, Tom Lake. Dun, dun, dun. Although, I don't know if people know Tom Lake. I think you guys know Tom Lake as the resident Canadian. This is pretty crazy. When we were at Deer Creek, I hope you don't mind. I mean, it's all right. It's all good. There's only 24 people here, Tom. You know what I'm going to say. So I meet Tom and his sister there. It was really cool. And it was so cool how we met, too. We just happened to run into each other. And so he's like, what's up? You know, I'm Tom Lake. I'm the Canadian. I'm Canadian Tom. And I immediately knew who he was. I was like, yeah, what's up? You know, we've had some laughs about Loving Cup through comments on the YouTube channel as Michigan misses a three. They do get their own rebound and put it back in. 15-6 Michigan, 11:43 to go in the half. So Tom and his sister there, and he tells me, he's like, look, I got to tell you something, man. I mean, I know I'm the resident Canadian, but there's a little more to it than meets the eye. So he's like, speaking of parents and grandparents, like we were just about Trey in the Iowa story, he tells me about how his parents, they worked on a boat, that they were artists, and that they occasionally, or they didn't work on a boat, they were artists, and they painted lighthouses out on the Great Lakes. So one day they're out on a ship, and they were going out to paint the lighthouses, and this was a late November, and a big storm hits, and they get stuck out there, and they're stuck out there for days. Meanwhile, their artist mother's pregnant. Long story short, gives birth to Tom and his sister while at lake, not at sea. They were on the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, I believe it was. So they were born out there in rocky waters. They were lost as it is, waters. And nobody really knows if he's Canadian or was he born in the United States. He's a citizen of both. The last name Lake, taken from where he was born. Citizen of neither, really. He's a citizen of the lake. And it turns out if you're born in the lake, they give you the last name Lake. So he claims Canada, I guess, just because, you know, we don't know for sure. All right, maybe that was I feel like that bombed. It was a lot funnier in my head. I don't know. I just thought of that and was like, okay, Wally P appreciated it. Okay, Spud appreciates it. Well, damn, man, I would have just totally rolled with it and been like, all right, let's just, yeah, can you guys believe that? It's amazing, right? So I don't know. What would he be? Born to chase Loving Cup. Well, it has slowed down a little bit now. Yeah, so now when you guys see Tom Lake in the story, just in the comments or something, or here in the live chat, just know. What do you call that? It's not born at sea when you're born on a lake. What would you call that? A true mariner. All right, man. I don't understand what's up with the Bruce buffering here. I'm getting a lot of that with the Michigan game. It'll make me. Maybe I should close down the extra browser. Lakeborn. Okay, yeah, okay, Paul. Thank you. Right, Lakeborn. I like it. Nico likes it. Okay, so some people like the lake story. Cool, good. He thinks he's in the witness protection. Good deal. So that's the story of Tom Lake and his sister, who I met at Deer Creek. And then I think I told the story about the other dudes that I met, who I think they thought I was a cop. Turns out they were the cops. No, I don't know. Totally. Born to chase more in Santos. Oh man, could you imagine, Rocco? I mean, the Chasing Loving Cup's a true story. That wasn't Tom Lake. That was someone else. But a Canadian fella told me he was chasing Loving Cup. I was like, damn. The Stones weren't even on tour at the time, or I'd have been like, you should go check out Mick and the boys. I wonder if will this be the year where they finally, all of those songs have kind of ended, whether if it's Santa or slowed down, like maybe the newer songs that have come out in the last 5 or 10 years, like More, they've backed off a little on More. They've backed off a little on Santos, Loving Cup, another, not that that's new, but some of the encores that they were just playing quite a bit and often late in shows. Maybe that's just because there's so many new songs have been in. Like I said, some of them songs, you're going back over 5 years ago. Every year or two, they're just adding more and more. Although they had like the first time you heard More, you had to know like Set End or Encore, like oh dear Lord, and sure enough, it has come true. I think the first time I spoke about Big Boat. I imagine you could, Spud. They did have big trunks, right? 18-8 Michigan, 10:46 to go. I can't believe neither one of the cats. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I can't believe neither one of the cats is in here. Floppy is in here. He's taking up a spot on the ground. What you doing down there, buddy? Huh. I think Blaze On and No Men and No Man's Land are probably going to stay about where they're at. I think since those songs debuted, those might be the two most played songs they have. Yeah, The Line, that seemed like that was one. It was going to get played around the time. Oh, nice. An Aquanaut. Good call. I like that as someone that's waterborne. Patino or Calipari. Oh, man. Like who I don't really love either. I guess I would say, man, maybe Calipari a little more if I had to root for one of them, if they end up playing each other, which is possible, right? I think that's a possibility. Arkansas did win, correct? Yeah, you're right. I miss McGilla too. They have what, Deer Creek 03 was the last time. Yeah, the Howling, that one, it kind of came and seems to have maybe went already. I don't know. We'll see. The Well, another one. Is it already gone? In basketball, Pat? Yeah. Did they even make the NIT? They had to make the NIT, right? Maybe not. I don't know. But Dayton won last night. And it kind of sucks Dayton has to play on the road. If they do have to play in the NIT, they have to play on the road with the first four always being here in Dayton. It kind of sucks. The Line and Dinner and a Movie? Okay. seemed like several people were happy or were at the Big Cypress recap I did recently, December 30th, 99. UC San Diego just can't make a shot. Does his band still occasionally play it, Tom? I did not remember that. Wow, Wally P. Well, I've got it once in 39, so go figure. The last time, I believe, Deer Creek 03, if that was in fact the final one, I did get it. Boom, and won 22 to Michigan, 22 to 10. I do, in fact, Woody P. Boom. All set. I am not, Thomas. No kidding. The very first acoustic horn? No kidding. Thought he would have played it at that, something more than that at some point. Yeah, you're right, Pat. That's one. Man, they just have so many songs. Once you get past like The Hood and Down with Disease and Antelope and the songs that are just always going to be somewhat heavy in the rotation, and there's maybe 25 songs that I would say are in heavy rotation ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. God, everything is getting limited play anymore with so many songs. Not that they would do it, but they no doubt could go this run of spring shows. Ooh, there they go. San Diego hit a big one. They no doubt could do this spring run without repeating a show, for sure, right? I don't know. So here we are. It's Thursday night. Michigan up 9. They launch at 3. Michigan up 12. I like that sound of the net. There are certain sounds in sport that you like. When a guy hits nothing but net from long distance, that's a good sound. Crack of the bat, obviously a good one. Those are the only two that come to mind. I know some people really don't like all the sneaker sounds on the basketball floor. Thomas, I don't know, actually. I was going to say somebody out there's probably doing it, but I don't know. I guess it would have to be amongst friends. Spud rocks out the foam. Hey, what's up, Limon? I'm sure I've missed some people. I've missed a lot of the chat so far. Spud claims he dances to foam, but I believe if we all saw it, we'd be like, Spud, that is not dancing. I don't know what that is. We thought we were going to have to call 911. Spud calls it dancing. We thought an ambulance needed to be involved. That would make sense. I could totally feel you when what you say there. You got to focus on Mike and then feel Paige, but still. I'm telling you. You look like this guy on Michigan right here. He's laying flat on the floor on his chest with his arms spread out. 6.5 minutes into foam, Spud's on the ground. Riding an invisible bike. That was actually a dance I did once. Speaking of Deer Creek 03, split open and melt. Went down on the hill. It was a little wet. A lot of beer spilt, whatnot. Might have rained overnight. And I slipped and fell, and I just kept going like it was a dance move, and I was riding the invisible bike. People dug it. They thought it was a cool move. Got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. Yarmir Jagger. No, wait, Mick Jagger. What is going on with all the buffering, Max? HBO Max got a lot more traffic tonight, I guess. I don't know. I say 3 obscure Oklahoma City Thunder players in this ad, but I'm not a big NBA fan, and I knew who they were, so. Jaeger. That's something I haven't had in a long time is Jaeger. Man, my very first trip to Vegas was like, I don't even know the year, 2000, maybe 2001. It was pre 9/11, so it must have been 2000. I think it was November of 2000. I went to Vegas. And it wasn't maybe it was the first time I tried Jägermeister. Anyhow, I was aware of Jägermeister, but I had never heard of this stuff called Red Bull. And we were at the airport to come home. And I actually played some slot machines at the airport and won some money, like actually hit something, not a ton, maybe $75 or something, you know. So I take this $75. I don't even know how I did it. If you were able to cash it in there at the airport, I certainly didn't go home with all the tokens. So, anyways, I was like, well, we still got an hour. Let's go over to the bar. And they had this new stuff called Red Bull. At least it was new to me. I had never heard of Red Bull in November of 2000. And they were like, yeah, people mix it with Jägermeister. We did several shots. I got pretty drunk, didn't feel so great on the flight home. By the time I got to Dayton, I definitely didn't feel great. And that was maybe my one and only experience with Jaeger. And yeah, I guess Red Bull, believe it or not, in 2000 was pretty much brand new. At least, to me, I don't know. Maybe it just took a while. In Las Vegas and party cities like that, maybe it had been around and it was a more popular thing. I don't know. Can we find like a founded date? Let's look at the wiki. That sounds good for founded. Although founded might not be the same as it was on shelves. Introduced in 1987. Come on. Not widespread, though. Certainly not. I mean, I'll believe it was around before 2000, but oh, yeah, man, that's somewhere over in China. 1976. Come on, man. 2000. I'm looking for something in the late 90s here. It expanded in the 90s. Okay, so it didn't expand into the United States until the 90s. 1996, it entered the United States via California. All right, so that would make sense. If it was pretty new in 96 to the United States, and the first place I had it was Vegas, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to say Red Bull really started to take off somewhere around the year 2000, thanks to Jägermeister. That was the first time I ever had it. I've never really liked energy drinks either. I'm kind of glad I had that experience because I don't really need energy drinks. I'm okay. I never really liked them, and that's part of that experience is why. Almost missed the flight going back too. I was like my first time flying like that. Definitely first time without my family. Forget what I got on behind me. Oh yeah, St. John's up by 4 over Omaha. Hey, what's up, truncated sleigh? What's happening, man? Glad you made it live. I have missed a lot of the live chat talking about who knows what. Did you know Trey's great-grandfather was the first guy to use nitrous in the state of Iowa? He graduated from the University of Iowa in 1908. That's one little nugget that's come up tonight. We're rooting for Michigan and UCLA. If Michigan loses, I won't be heartbroken. Mike's Green Apple, huh? Coffee. If I really was like, man, I need to drink something for some energy, I think I would go with straight coffee. I've had energy drinks, though, for sure. Or not just straight energy drinks. What are the little tiny things? The little boosters. I kind of consider that an energy drink. And all the different like vitamin waters. I've even had a Prime. Five-hour energy. That's the thing I'm thinking of. I smashed a couple of them. I had one dude at work. I think he was like, he had so many of them. Yeah, there you go, Spud. Boom. He would do like, I think he bought them by like the 24. Oh, yeah, I remember the Shockers. I kind of remember seeing them at places. I never tried a Shocker, though. Coffee and Excedrin, yep. I had a headache this big. I drank coffee and Excedrin, and now it's gone. Does anybody remember this? Speaking of that Excedrin ad, Bob, we had a baby, eats a boy. Does anybody remember that? Yep, another 5-hour energy fan. Yeah, but this guy did like 2 a day, every day. And I'm like, man, I bet you they're not as effective if you do them that often. You should take some time off or just do one like every other day. All right, there we go. We got some people that remember. That was great, right? I don't know why I just thought of that, but next, Crystal Pepsi will come up again. Oh, no kidding. University of Iowa has a huge research library that chronicles music in a very early way. Good deal, Lemonine. That's all right, Prairie Dogger. What can you do? My wife seems to like Possum, Character Zero, Susie Greenberg. That's all her jam. She does like Mule and Slave to the Traffic Light as well, though. 30-21, Michigan up 9. And as a bonus, if Michigan would win by 6 to 10 points, that would also be there. But that's just a little side hustle I got along with my parlay. Hmm. Oh, wow. You think it goes that deep, huh? Okay. Crystal gravy. What the hell are you drinking, Dan Z? Damn, Nico. I don't know why I thought you were older. Um, I do feel like, has there been like an influx of new fans? Or for some reason, just younger fans were tolerating me more? Like I always kind of assumed like it just didn't seem like a ton of new fans were getting into the band. Like I'm sure I always assumed like, oh, there's some teenager out there, whether if they're, 16, 18, 19, discovering the band. And I just didn't see a lot of that. And then I was like, well, maybe it's just because I'm like the old guy. When I was like 19 and listening to Phish, if I got on YouTube, I'd be like, I don't know about that old guy. So maybe that was it. And then occasionally there would be a young fan that would be into the channel and would talk to chat Phish with them a little bit. But more and more so than ever, I think, in the last few years, and it's not like a ton. Most of my fans are still somewhere in my age, old enough to have seen them in the mid to late 90s, my age to older even, I think is probably the average viewer here. But more so than ever, I have been getting fans, whether if they're in college or I don't know if I've had anybody even younger. I think they're all just somewhere either just starting, like a lot of people who haven't even seen Phish yet. Uh, and so I just feel like, well, hey, if I'm noticing that, and even if it's just 8, 10, 12 people that I hear from that are college aged and really new to the band, then there must be even more out there, right? Because it's not like they're all coming here and chatting with me. So yeah, 35 and you feel younger. That's an interesting age because I doubt if a ton of fans like jumped on board in those like 2000, say from 2004 to 2010 where were they really picking up a ton of fans. By 12 and 13, 14 maybe, sure. 17 I feel like there was a little bit of influx, but I don't even know if they were young fans in the Baker's dozen. I feel like a few fans came along then. And I don't know about 2020. I don't know if they picked up any fans in 2020 or not. I think Billy Strings somehow gobbled them all up. So I don't know. And then see, I'm even surprised. I don't know why, Nico. I thought you were older. I'm not sure whatever even gave me that impression. So, Spud, you're on Team Geese. That's all right. I think there is a person or two older than you, though, Spud, which that makes it for what it's worth. Boom, Nico. Appreciate it. No problem, dude. No worries. Glad you stopped by, man. Appreciate it. 33, became a fan in 18. Okay. So you got some years under your belt now. Sigma Oasis is the last best one. To be determined, I suppose. We'll see. I know for a long, and it still might hold true. I remember people being like, Gaiuti is the last great song they wrote. I don't know about that. Have they written anything that truly tops Gaiuti since then? I doubt it. But you might not like it, so if you don't even like 43er. Been a fan for a long time, Tim? See, that would be weird if you're like 40 and you just got into the band. I understand if you're like 19 and you just discovered the band, or 22 and you're fairly new. Oh, what's up, Uncle Rico? For some reason, I thought you'd been around longer, but maybe not. Hmm. But yeah, I do kind of recognize you as a Buckeyes fan, I think. Although I don't do much Buckeye stuff anymore, so. Hmm. So if you are, let's say 22 would be the cutoff. If you're 22 or under and you happen to be here, Nico's gone. Now we can badmouth these little hipsters, whatever you want to call. I don't know, what do you call these young kids? What generation is that? Anyways, so let's badmouth them. No, I'm just anyways. If you're 22 or under and you happen to see this, are you like, I'm kind of like an old guy, right? I figured pretty much any time in my life, if you're 20 years older than me, I think you're an old guy. I remember when I was, 10 years old, we had these neighbors. They might not even have been 30. Yeah, they might have been 30, but I thought they were super old. Alpha. Oh, okay, Gen Alpha, huh? Alpha. Who comes up with all these names? You know? Nectar is mandatory for noobs. Ooh, I'm 45 now. It's brutal. I think that's right. I really do have to think about it sometimes. That is right, though. Yeah. 51 and 50. 56. See, that's kind of what I thought. A lot of people were somewhere. Okay, so a little bit older than I thought, maybe. Some folks here. I kind of thought, though, everybody was in between 40 and 50, which I kind of consider my age, which it is. Michigan's still up 11, minute and 42 to go in the half. Feeling good. Oh, happy birthday. 31 today. 40, okay, 47. March 20th. That's not a bad birthday to have. There was a good show at the Roxy, I believe. Almost 58. 40. Yeah, I forget when it was. Definitely somewhere around 42 is when I started to really have to think about it. I think one time I told somebody my age in front of Mary, and she was like, "No, you're not." And I wasn't trying to lie about my age. I just really didn't know at the time. Yeah, that's how old I am. I forgot. Sometimes I forget how old I am. Definitely, though, before anytime when I was 18 and under, if you were 40 and up, you were just old. Now, if you were like 70, I don't know what the hell I must have thought, man. 79. So I've now lived in 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, and 20s. Wow, 6 different decades. I'm like the Rolling Stones. See, I don't know if I've forgotten the day, Wally. Maybe I have. There's definitely been years where it was very uneventful. You thought you were 47. Guess you're not. The whiteboard with erasable marker is definitely 40 plus. I don't know what you mean, Pat. You talking about like an actual whiteboard? Like a dry erase board is 40 plus? Is that what you mean? I would switch to a dry erase board, but it would allow for more mistakes. It would be more environmentally friendly, and it would save me driving around looking for whiteboards. Sometimes that's annoying. But ultimately, people still kind of want them. Like I have a handful left over. As you can see, I got a couple hanging back there, got one there, got a couple here. But for the most part, people are still interested in them and still want one. So I keep doing the whiteboards. I don't know. Oh shit! Whoa, I'm way. I just had to catch all up. I mean, a chalkboard would be all right. Um, but it adds a level of difficulty using the whiteboard. You can't screw up that bad. I mean, I screw up plenty. Don't get me wrong, but fucking misspelled like slave one time or divided. I remember what the hell. I think it was something even easier than divided. That was some real basic word I spelled wrong. I was like, what the? It's just not a good look, but what can you do, Pat? But if I had a dry erase board, I would probably be trying stupid stuff, being like, well, I could always erase it. And then I would just go with it. I don't even know what it might be, but hey, what's up? Did I miss her? I've missed several. I missed a lot of comments. Cool. Did you tell her I told the story of the birth at Lake? Aquanauts, the Lake family. Boom. I'll still always feel bad about that too. Not mentioning her in the recap. Oh, you liked waiting all night, huh? Hey, what's up, Terry? I know it does. Word travels fast. 25 people here, It's crazy. I'm glad though. Like only once or twice. I think maybe live after a show once, and then like maybe when Sigma Oasis came out. But if I actually had 125 people, it just gets out of control. I can't follow it. It gets to the point where I don't even want to look at the chat, so I just miss everything. This is a little bit more manageable. Oh yeah, I started to. All right, 41-27 Michigan at halftime. And I started the stream, instead of starting the stream 10 minutes before the game, I waited until the game started tonight. Yeah, I hear you, Chubbs. I hear the recommendation. But I don't know, actually. And there's already the Setlist Tee guys out there, which are like unofficial sponsors of my wardrobe. But definitely, if anybody ever wanted, a lot of times I post a picture on my Instagram, or if they wanted, they could request a good picture of the whiteboard, and they could get it put on, have a T-shirt made themselves, and have it put on there or whatever. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't sue them. I tried a little bit with Chomper shirts, and I mean, I put 50% effort into it, perhaps. I told people about them. I was making them at home, though. I think I might have tried like some Teespring stuff where they actually were professionally made. But then when you go through those third party sites, or even second party, I guess it would be third party. I don't know. I guess it's third party. There's me, you, and them. Yeah, then it gets to be $25, $30 for a fucking Chomper shirt, man. Chomper, who wants that? But the homemade ones were cool. I might even still have one or two. There's maybe well, they're probably not floating around anymore, but there might be a dozen to 20 floating around out there in the wild. Yeah, I don't know. And that was at a time when like a lot of people were saying you should make Chomper shirts, you should make Chomper shirts. So I kind of gave it a shot and I sold like 12 to 20 or something, maybe 25. Gave a couple away. One dude went to maybe, well, I forget what year it would have been, 14, 15, or 16. As at Halloween, he went as me. Another dude went as a Chomper. They were both decent, you know, but they both included the Chomper shirt. I think one guy wore the Chomper shirt with like a Cleveland Browns hat. And then the other dude, he wore the instructed uniform. I think it was like 2016, leading up to Halloween of 2016. I was like, hey, this is the Chomper uniform. It included the t-shirt, a flat brim hat, live and listen, preferably. Some kind of Phish watch, which I don't know if I still have that thing or not. I don't think I do. Sat in this drawer for a couple years. I think I finally put it somewhere else. Anyways, I don't even think those people sell them anymore. It was like an Etsy kind of situation. I also remember them, like they were cool. They sent me this watch, you know, wasn't an expensive watch or anything. It was just a little Phish watch. And Love and Cup shirts are big up there. I bet they are. So they send me this watch, and then like a month later, I make it as part of the Chomper uniform. And they were like, hey, man, what the hell? Our watch make you a Chomper? And I'm like, hey, try to do something nice, you get called a Chomper on YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes life isn't fair. Dead and Company live on MixLR, huh? Ooh, I'm good on that, especially if it's a phone stream. You know, I hadn't checked MixLR in forever, but the other night I did check for one of those Trey shows. I don't know if it was the Columbus one or what it was. Floppy, you ever going to come up and join the stream? Why don't you come up here and join us? Say hi to YouTube. You going to let Rose come in and steal your thunder? She'll eventually get up there. Oh, man, I should have stayed centered within my light all night. Yeah, I don't know, Wally P. Is it, I don't know. I mean, look, King Gizzard did it this summer for free. And there was times when they had some hiccups, obviously, early on especially, but yeah, I don't know. And they did admit, or Stu said in an interview, like, you know, before all this started, people told us don't. Yeah, the Sphere, I do understand. I get that. He was like, people told us don't do this. It's too expensive or whatever. If you're giving it away for free, it doesn't make sense. You'll lose too much money. And then they did it. Yeah, I noticed that, Matthew. They've been uploading them a little bit at a time. Yep. Yeah, and I'm sure it's part of the deal, man. I'm sure that's like in the conversation when Phish is booking, like, we're streaming. You know what I mean? Like one of the venues Gizzard played this summer, they were like, oh, they don't allow streaming. Like that would be worked out ahead of time with Phish. They would either be like, well, no, you're going to have to allow streaming for us on this night, or we're not playing there. I would assume that's part of the deal. Whereas King Gizzard, they're new to the whole streaming thing. They booked a show and then found out later on you're not allowed to stream from there. No, they did not play the Sphere. No, they did not. No. I was just talking about their tour in general. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry for the confusion. They did not play the Sphere. You're right. They are trying to grow. True. Yep. Um, and it's even been a couple of years since Phish even gave one away for free, right? Remember, it used to be maybe like once a tour you'd get a freebie. I remember the Nutter Center tour or show in 17, the show I went to. Figured the show I went to they give away for free, you know. I knew I wasn't going to be able to go, so I didn't look at the lineup. So I don't know. Yeah, right. I think maybe one year in North Carolina there was a free one. I don't think I have a top Jerry song. There was a Jerry Halloween show that I used to listen to a lot. It's like 86, ring a bell to anybody? At some point in the 80s, Jerry Garcia Band played a Halloween show that I used to listen to. Maybe in Oakland? That possibility? Anybody here know? Spud, possibly? 1986, Jerry Garcia, Oakland, California, Halloween, maybe? Uh-oh, I heard a baby. I just heard a baby whine. Come here. Come here. What are you crying about? Come here. I heard a little whimper. Uh-oh, we see a tail down there. Come here. Come here, fatso. Oh, she's going to get up on the dresser. Oh, yeah. Rose has entered the chat. Well, it's pretty much over for me. Are you saying you want streams that are just audio, an option of audio only? Me too, man. Me too. Floppy's on the floor sleeping. She's staring down at him. What are you going to do? What are you staring at him for? Halloween 88. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Nice to see you, man. Possibly 88. It's been a long time, but they definitely played How Sweet It Is. Maybe they played Little Schoolgirl. I'm not positive on the year. Positive it was the 80s though, and I'm pretty sure it was Oakland. So 88 it very well could be. I was thinking 86, 84, 85. Okay, Wally P. Boom. He's confirmed they did in fact play Oakland, Halloween 86. Good deal. Yeah, I always loved that show. And I wasn't ever a big Jerry guy. I just at some point it must have been a soundboard. This was in the like days of like B-Tree or some kind of Torrance or something. Uh-oh, where'd she go? She bailed on us already. I know she doesn't like this whole Michigan being in one of my parlays. I'm like, hey, it's all right. One of their former assistant coaches got 24 felonies today or something. Apparently the guy was he had illegally gained access to some kind of college database, and then from there he started hacking kids' private accounts. Basically looked like he was looking for private pictures of young college girls, most likely. Boom. You a big Jerry guy, Kyle? Dead guy in general? I mean, I'm not even a big Jerry fan or Dead fan, but obviously, I mean, I can see why people are, Like he was some dudes like, who was I comparing to? Like, I don't really love Aerosmith or anything, but you got to admit, Steven Tyler somehow does have like an it factor. Like I saw a lot of just random bands over the years. And not many stood like just every now and then you could, even at his age too, he was probably well past his prime when I saw Aerosmith. But there's just certain people you're like, oh yeah, like I see what it is now. Now I get it. I never saw Jerry, but I would certainly imagine that was the case. I don't really feel that way with Phish though, There's nothing like, oh yeah, like I obviously love them, and as a group they're special, but yeah, I don't know. Not that like holy shit factor kind of thing, The it factor, as some might call it. It's usually a front man that has it. But yeah, I don't know if you guys would be surprised to hear I've seen Aerosmith. Saw them twice, actually. probably 97, 8, 99, somewhere in that range. I went to a lot of shows right around the time I was seeing Phish for the first time. That's why I happened to see Phish in 99. Even though I wasn't a fan, friends were going, tickets were available, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. So I saw a lot of misses too, though, in that era. Some hits, though. Saw Robbie Krieger from The Doors, a real small place in Columbus. I've never seen like pop, like, like don't even have a band kind of pop. But I mean, I saw not Three Doors Down, but who's that band? Dishwalla and Better Than Ezra. I saw Dishwalla and Better Than Ezra, who were like getting mainstream like pop radio play at the time. Boom, you saw Ted Nugent shoot an arrow. Okay, you like Toys in the Attic? Yeah, I could see that. That was pretty bad. I mean, yeah, their first 3 or 4 albums. Like, and they were also a band, like when I discovered them and first started getting into them, I kind of thought like the 90s stuff was it. That was a problem with some of those 70s bands. Like, if they didn't end in the 70s, a kid like me discovers them in the 90s and they think the current stuff is where it's at. I never saw Beck. I did not see Beck. You're right. Ohio has always gotten a lot of rock shows and weekend rock shows at that, I remember one time Kiss commented that one of the first times they played a packed arena was in Dayton, Ohio, and they always made sure to try to hit Dayton, Ohio, and that they would try to come on a Friday or Saturday night because they understand it's like the type of town that has people got jobs the next day. So, and they held up to that for the most part. Pantera was another band. Like when Pantera was probably too big to be playing Hara Arena or coming back to Dayton, they always would. Phish has played Ohio a lot historically. I don't know. Yeah, man. Ohio has always gotten a lot of rock and roll shows. All the old bands, from The Who and the Stones and all those guys, they always came through Ohio. A lot of venues, though. A lot of people in Ohio as well. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, yep. Yeah, so there's some stuff here. Not a ton of great bands from Ohio, but a few. Interesting. You saw the Flaming Lips and Dark Side of the Moon. That'd be fun, huh? Yeah, obviously Dimebag died here in Ohio. Yep. Rush loved Cleveland. Yep, Tom, he was. The Ohio Players, Guided by Voices, Dayton's Own. The Breeders, if you're into them, Dayton's Own. Then that one new band that's I don't even new anymore. They've been around for a while. They're kind of in the pop genre, I guess. 21 Pilots. I think they're from Ohio, I believe. I don't know. Ooh, I think the Pretenders are actually. Yes, Kyle. I think they are. I don't know who else. I'm just gonna sit here and go, Yeah, we got all kinds of people. What this? I don't understand. HBO Max, dude, they're having a rough time hosting these tournament games. A lot of buffering tonight. Ohio Trivia's week? What do you mean? Like there's just not a lot to ask? I mean, yes and no. I mean, you say that. I mean, I'm not accusing you of this, G West, but you know how many times I've heard people describe Ohio as landlocked in my life? So, again, I'm not accusing you of that, but I don't know exactly even what you mean, but Devo is from Dayton? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe you're right. Maybe Maybe they just didn't get their start here. I just feel like I would have known that. Well, yeah, Black Keys, certainly from Ohio. Yep. The Toledo area. Yeah, I know, Matthew. You would think. I know. Oh, I see what you mean. You're not very knowledgeable. Yeah, I don't know if I would do well or not in Ohio trivia, something like that. I certainly know we're not landlocked, though. I know that much, and I'm not even from that part of the state. I mean, is that like a huge? It's usually in a way if they're like insulting. I mean, I guess that's an insult, I suppose. Okay, Devo's from Akron. Okay, I was gonna say I feel like I would know that if they were from Ohio. Yep, Drew Carey's from Ohio. Steve Harvey, Ohio. We've had a couple presidents, obviously. Many athletes, actors. Martin Sheen's from Dayton. Yep. I don't think Charlie is, though. Although Charlie's a big Reds fan. Ohio, a little bit underrated when it comes to the celebrity game. Nick Lachey, of course. Who could forget? Yeah, I've heard that one a lot, Spud. It's round on both ends and high in the middle. Is that what you said? I think. Yeah, yep. I've heard that before. You know what else this is a good one I've always heard, Spud. Although it's not as fun now. It's not as fun telling this joke now. But do you know what Michigan football has in common with marijuana? They both get smoked in bowls. Thank you. I'll be here every night. I'll be here one night a week. Yep. Now, Chappelle certainly lives in Ohio, and his mother taught here in Ohio, but I don't think he's from Ohio. I don't think he grew up here, but he does. He lives like 40 minutes outside of Dayton now. A little weird-ass town, a little overrated town, if you ask me. People seem to act like it's like our little like kind of like a hippie wonderland or something, it's just like live and let live kind of cool area, but a lot of bums out there, for lack of a better term. A lot of people that'll ask you for a cigarette and hang around hoping you'll buy them a drink, and then when it's their turn to buy drinks, they're out. You never hear from them. They'll like walk up to the bar with you and you think it's like their turn to buy, and then they just kind of like look at you for the card or something. I don't believe they voted that way, G West. I'm not positive, though. I don't really know the exact election results, but a lot of times Dayton actually does not vote red. I don't know, though. I don't know for sure this most recent one. Now, you get a couple minutes outside of Dayton. I don't think I ever saw one Joe Biden sign, and according to Chappelle, Dayton. Yeah, he was a little wrong. Well, I mean, the surrounding areas, and I don't know. Chappelle really doesn't know. He probably doesn't visit anywhere other than where he lives. But if he made the trip from Yellow Springs to Dayton, he might know. Yeah, Dayton's kind of a weird city, too. Like, it was big at one time, then it was like totally just dying off to nothing, and then they kind of tried to rebound a little bit. We didn't know if we wanted to go the tech route, the arts and entertainment route. Sports kind of works. Oh, nice. You met him at the Columbus Apple Store? Good deal. That sounds like something he probably would do. Yeah. I mean, almost every comedian is at this point. Between losing work during 2020 and 21 and 22, and you know. Pardon me. This is the period of the stream where I just cough repeatedly. Oh, what I do? I took down Max. Totally forgot. We got to be in the second half. HBO Max kind of been screwing me on the stream here. I have not been able to get into the game at all. Am I definitely live? Second half is just starting. Let me double check this. I'll get back to the stream here in a minute. Okay, second half did in fact just start, so we're live. 41-27. Feeling comfortable about that lead. What's UCLA? Oh yeah, UCLA crushed Utah State. So we got the first leg of the parlay down. Boom. Oh, was that true, Tim? I did not know that. They're trying to alter some of the laws here too. It's so fucking annoying. It'll still be legal. We'll still have recreational. You know, I was just finally starting to enjoy the stuff. First time in my life I could try it. It's legal now in Ohio. Still questionable on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know how it's not. I think it should be, Rocco. I like some 80s music, but I wouldn't say I'm an 80s music type of guy. I'm not, I'm definitely not an 80s music guy, but I do like some of it. Obviously, the Talking Heads I like. Some heavy metal I like from the 80s. Even some really old country music, some rap. Yeah, maybe I am. No, but no, to be like, if I would just like, if I had satellite radio, I would not put it on the 80s station. Almost never. Like in Spotify, if I was going to choose some kind of just like pre-made playlist, I don't think I would choose 80s. I would choose 90s, maybe, or even 70s. 80s is pretty bad. I mean, there was some stuff in the 80s that was good, but mostly it was horrible. Nope, no flock of seagulls for me. No Duran Duran, all that type of stuff. But I do like the Talking Heads. The Police are all right. Yep, that early Metallica, Slayer, early Slayer. NWA and Public Enemy, obviously very important rap bands. That's probably about the end of me and rap. Maybe Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre I liked. That is something called Sawed Off OG. I don't know. These damn Michigan strains. I don't like Aerosmith so much anymore, but like I was saying earlier, yeah, I actually saw them a couple of times, and Steven Tyler certainly one of those performers that just has that thing that just kind of, even in an arena full of people, you're still like, oh, okay, that's the star, As in she likes them or doesn't, like groaned, like, ugh, or groaned because I put them in the thumbs down list. Like, yeah, a lot of that, just almost, I don't know, just almost depressed sounding 80s kind of synth dance rock shit. I just didn't like it. The Talking Heads were much more silly and upbeat and kind of, it just didn't have like this depressing gray sound to it. Oh, she loves Duran Duran, huh? I think a lot of women do. I don't know if it's fair to say that they're like a girl band or not, but I feel like I've probably known more women that like Duran Duran than men. If that makes Super Bon Bon feel any better. Ooh, like I don't know a ton of women that love March Madness. There's certainly some, but it's mostly dudes. Maybe that's not true. Yeah, G West agrees. What's this? Bad Brains? What's up with Bad Brains, Tej? The new kids. My sister loved them. What's Kyle M call it? I did like Tiffany as a kid. Yeah, I thought she was hot. I don't think I'm going to catch him this year, Duncan. Uh oh. They're trying to sneak back in this? Uh oh. 6-point game. Dun dun dun. Man, fuck this HBO Max. You're going to make me look for it on like an illegal site. What's going on with St. John's? Okay, St. John's 53-36. I'm gonna have to refresh my drinks here soon. Purdue won. Good, congrats. Jamaican punk rock, huh? There's not a ton of bands other than like the British Invasion stuff. Currently, King Gizzard. Not a ton of bands outside the United States I've ever been a huge fan of. Perhaps a Canadian band or two. Oh, look at that. 25 thumbs up. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's a good number for a live stream. I did I wasn't hanging. I was going to the mall with like my mom. I mean, malls were huge in 88, and I was going to the mall with my mom a lot in 88, but I never saw Tiffany at a mall, if that's what you're getting at. My sister saw New Kids on the Block at Kings Island, an amusement park down near Cincinnati. Pretty dope amusement park, really. I mean, it's no Cedar Point. It's better than these Six Flags or whatever. Six Flags. I've never even been to a Six Flags, but I just feel like I drive by them every time I'm going to see Phish out of state. I drive by a Six Flags. They look lame. Kings Island, Ohio's got some pretty good amusement parks, each end of the state, too. If you're like a roller coaster junkie, you definitely got to hit up Ohio. There's one in Cedar Point. It's fucking awesome, man. It looks like you're going to fly down into the lake. Hanging Tough, for sure. That was their hit, right? But yeah, my sister loved all those dudes. And then I was into Tiffany and Debbie Gibson. I thought they were hot. And then a little later, Britney Spears. I was on Team Britney, not Christina Aguilera. Get out of here with that. It's Team Britney all day. And she's fallen far enough. I still think I could get her now. Right? Possibly. I mean, she ended up with some loser named Kevin. What's the problem? Do this. All right, I'm going to go get me some water, use the bathroom, take a bathroom break. SE, channel member, fan SE, if you're watching this after the fact, like you usually do, this will give you a chance to fast forward a minute or two. Go out here to see what Rose is up to. The Eurythmics freaked you out. Ozzy was pretty solid in the 80s. I don't know about 80s Black Sabbath, though. We talking Dio here? We talking Dio Black Sabbath? You guys got any thought on Dio Black Sabbath? You got to be kidding me, dude. They've cut it to 3. All right, I got to go get settled in for this second half. 42-39. UC San Diego's on a 12-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Michigan pumps a 3. Boom. Michigan hits a big 3. What about Holy Diver? Wait, that was just Dio. Ooh, let me check to see if the raccoon's out here. Nope, looking a little too dark out there as well. All right, so SC, here's your chance maybe to steal a couple minutes of your life back and fast forward. And the game, there's 16 minutes of game time left. So who knows? The stream might still go another 40. Boom. I'll be right back. Dun, dun, dun. What you doing down there, Flop? Hmm? All right. So the St. John's blowing out Omaha. Fucking buffering over here again on HBO Max. This is ridiculous. Okay, J.A. Yeah, the wig, former Halloween costume. Got it out recently to scare the cats. Didn't even scare the cats. Whatever you do, take care of your shoes. All right, we got some Cavern lyrics while I was gone. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, you know what? G West, good call. But you know what? I've done this several times, though, where I've streamed live and had something streaming. But, you know, I noticed Mary, she's in the other room. She's got something playing. She's falling asleep, though. Buffy the Vampire Streamer. I like Buffy. She was hot. Never a fan. I didn't watch the show, though, no. Government C. There had some like Teen Idol girls music that I liked. I can't think if there was any shows that I watched because of the girls. You know, I got into sports. You know, once I got past the Tiffany and Debbie Gibson kind of crushes, and then I got into sports. I was just kind of a sports dork till maybe like 16 or 17, actually. While some of my friends were like bailing on sports around 15, I was hanging in there till almost 17. Not just playing sports either, like still being really into them, like knowing stats and playing all the video games. And I wasn't still buying baseball cards at 17, but I should have been more into girls than I was at 16. Nice. You saw Dio at the Spectrum? I know last time we talked about my Ozzy and Black Sabbath appearances. Saw them later in their career. What's that, Tim? Is this one of them things where I just said something? I never got past it. The Grand Rapids telephone ring? I'll never get past that. When Billy and Trey, neither one of them. Hey, what's up, King of Prussia? Michigan up 3. Ooh, look at that 30 thumbs up. Keeps climbing. It's incredible. Oh, that's right. You know what? I was going to also bring up Spud. I saw your things on Twitter the other day, and most of them I just didn't have any answers. I don't think I saw them all. But then one thing that's obviously super interesting, I don't know, I'm sure most people are aware of Göbekli Tepe. And I don't even know what the latest is. I think there are some people that are willing to admit, like, come on, man, we really don't know. And we were wrong. You still got people that are holding out and being like, no, this isn't everything you think it is. This is something really basic and simple, and it was made in a really basic and simple way, which I don't buy. Just long story short, it seems to me like, what, 10 to 12,000 years ago, something crazy happened, and everything kind of started over. So whatever kind of engineering we had kind of took a back seat. I don't know. But I do think there are some people that will admit this isn't just as basic as they say it is. Like, I don't know what the official, I think they might have the official dating right. But what it was, how it was built, who built it, and what they were up to, I think some people are willing to admit that we just don't know. And oh yeah, they've only excavated like, what, 20% of it or something? Yep. I'm sure, I would assume it's just more of the same, though. I would think. I don't know that for sure, but I would say it's just more of the same. And then the other one, the Battle of LA, I do truly believe it was just paranoia. I don't know. I just think they were shooting at almost nothing. I don't know that, obviously. That's just my speculation, but I thought that one was pretty easy. I haven't ever gotten too carried away with the Battle of LA. It was like really close to Pearl Harbor, close to the West Coast, or closer to Hawaii than the rest of the country. So any reports of anything being in the sky, they're... And then there's a bunch of others. I'm like, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Hey, what's up, Russell Flag? Wilson. Now, look, as much as I'd like to see Michigan go down on the day one of their former coaches is indicted or officially charged, or what? Oh, look at him launching another 3. Comes up short. UC San Diego down 3. They're going to shoot a 3 of their own for the tie. He comes up short. They get the offensive rebound. They're going to shoot another 3. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. He's looking around. This guy's going to shoot a long 3. He can't make it. They get their own rebound again. The Tritons. I don't even know what a Triton is. Oh, I know what a Triton is. Michigan 3-point lead in the ball. Takes it to the hole. He draws a foul. Right, Wilson, King of Prussia? You watching? What's up with some of these college kids, man? Some of them look like they're 15 years old. I mean, I know they're probably 18 or 19, and sometimes they look like they're 37. Now, this isn't like the 70s and 80s. I mean, college athletes in the 70s, my God, they definitely look like they were 37. They look like these Brazilian UFC fighters. Claim they're 34, but it's like, why does he look 51? Some of these college players, I saw a guy today, I swear, I was like, that guy looks like he's in his mid-30s. What's going on? And look at that kid. He looks like he's 16. I guess everybody's different. Just like they're all different heights and weights and frames, different hair. Hmm. There are. Well, I'm not really rooting for them, but I do have a parlay that finishes with Michigan, so. The Little League World Series, yeah, you're right. And then there was definitely the one year, the kind of infamous year where the kid was like 15 or something. Or I don't know what the limit was, but he was too old. Danny, was it like Almonte? Danny Almonte or something? I feel like he was 2 or 3 years older than everybody. Fucking out there throwing no hitters in the Little League World Series. 2 years older than everybody. Yeah, it was Almonte. Thanks, Meat Goggles. You remembered. Danny. That happened to me, dude. Little League city championship, 8th grade. We played some team, like we won our little league in my little town. And then if you won your league, you went on to some other tournament. We beat this team and then we beat another team. So then we were playing for the Dayton Little League City Championship and we lost to this team. And then we find out a couple weeks later that they had some illegal players, man. They had some fucking teenagers on the team or whatever. One of them was the pitcher, of course. So we won by disqualification or something, but still we lost. I was never very good at baseball. I had a couple of games. I do remember that season, and mostly I sucked, but every now and then I'd have like a really good game. I don't know. A couple doubles. I think I had a game with 2 doubles, knocked in some batters, some runners. Yeah, he wasn't that old, but yeah, you're probably thinking of Danny Almonte. Yep, it's always a pitcher. I missed the score right before they went to break. I am not really a video gamer, no. In fact, not at all. I still have a PlayStation 3. Man, I have got a birch tree, a humongous birch tree right out front of my house that is, and it's got a slight lean towards the house. And I don't know what's happened with it. I don't know if it's just got, I've heard birch trees don't really live that long anyhow. People are like, wow, that's really old for a birch tree. And, the kind with the white bark that peels off and all that. Well, anyhow, people have said, well, it looks like it either got hit by lightning or it's just getting old and it's dying. Either way, it seems like it's in danger of going down. And if it goes down, it'll go down on my house. So I have to have it removed. And that's just like the type of expense you're just not looking for in life. I mean, who wants to spend the money to have a tree removed? And I don't know, it could be anywhere 500, 700, 1200. We'll see. Most likely going to be like, how about if you just take it down and then leave everything there? And like me and my brother will saw it up. And I'll use the firewood, obviously. I haven't got enough. I got one estimate coming. Yep. It's probably about, I'd say, 50 to 60 feet tall. Part of it's hanging, there's some, just the way it leans is suck. They're not going to be able to just drop it either. So, yeah. There's just too much between, yeah, man. I mean, maybe. Nah, I doubt it. I was gonna say maybe there is one way, like if it would go along my driveway, they could miss my house and the neighbor's house. But then, yeah, man, there's power. I don't even, that would be dicey, and there's power lines, and just, I don't know. Then you're dealing with possibility of my house and the neighbor's house. Obviously, whoever I would get to do it's going to have insurance. Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm a little, and then one, there was one scenario where it's like, hey, we got homeowners insurance. I don't really love this house. That tree would go down on this house, being this kind of weird metal kit home that it is. It would be pretty much, it would be totaled. I would think, very likely. Maybe it could just mess. I mean, but if it goes through the roof, it's most likely going to get to the ceiling, and then these ceiling panels problematic if they get warped or broken or knocked out. Recently, somebody had one of these houses taken apart, taken up to Canada, and I believe the first one and only Lustron home will be in Canada now. All right, Michigan up 6, 11:59 to go. I feel like a long time ago there was 16 minutes to go. Now there's 11:59 to go. It's the worst. How many timeouts do these teams get? Been 9. All right, Michigan up 7. Boom. Cool, Forbin. What is it? TBS, I believe. I believe it's TBS. Yeah, you're right. That's a good call, actually. I would have to hope it goes there, though. It would take some work to get it to go there. Boom. Up 10. Yeah, it just kind of worked out. I was like, what's one of the late games? Like, what's a game that starts around 10 o'clock? And this one was it. St. John's and Omaha. I just couldn't do it. Rick Pitino, come on. I don't suspect Michigan's going very far in the tournament, though, so I'm not going to worry about it. If they do win, it's okay. And it's all right, even if they do win a couple games, Ohio State still won the national championship in football. Michigan fans can whatever about basketball. Who gives a shit about your basketball team? Not that I hear from very many Michigan fans, but in the case that I did, I'd be like, dude, ooh. All right, so we quickly got to 10 minutes. It took like a half an hour to get from 16 to 12. Now we're down to 10. I totally lost track of the stream again. Sometimes I forget. It's much harder to cover the stream or stay up on the chat when I have something streaming over here, though. Oh, big 3 by UC San Diego, cutting it to 7. I was supposed to check in on the group. Forgot. What's the name of this group? F-Zappa 20 Fish Pickers. All right. So in first place, who we got? Of course, it's a name that's okay. So that guy's in first place. It starts PKEEG. So a person with a fucked up name is in first place right now. Let's hope to God they don't win just because of that name. Then at least we got Smeelaw, Shakedown, Donkey Beats. These are some other people tied for first. DH, still tied for first. Han Tayumi. I like it. Also tied for first. Look at that. Mary Elizabeth in second. Tied for second, that is. Technically tied for ninth. Ooh, boy. My best one. I've only got 9 right. So then that would put me in the group tied for third, technically. Tied for 21st. Not good. Already 2 behind. Again, yeah, there's nothing really going on in Jeopardy right now either. Yeah, most people probably have St. John's. Most people probably have Texas Tech. Most people, that is. Not everybody. So, and out of these people that are tied for first right now, we have several different winners. A couple Dukes, a Connecticut, a St. John's, a Houston, a Connecticut, an Auburn, and a Texas Tech. All right, so a little bit of every. Only Duke. Look at that. Texas Tech, Auburn, Connecticut, Houston, St. John's. 2 Connecticuts, and 2 Dukes. Connecticut to win 3 in a row, some folks think. Spud, you got one there, I see. You got a Grateful D. All right, who is in dead last place? Oh, ESPN fan. Oh, they didn't even make any picks, though. They got 0, right? They must not have known what they were doing. I don't understand how. So somebody just called Phish fan is in basically last place because that other person didn't even make a single pick. I don't know what happened. The Wolfman stepbrother. I like that. So right now, Phish fan carrying up the caboose. Okay. Hey, I'm not much better. I got one down there. Not much further ahead. All right, we're going to close that down. All right, I gotta focus on the chat here for a few minutes. Go back here a couple minutes. Drop it on the neighbor. You're back. Yeah, I mean, I don't love watching them, but what are you gonna do? It was just the game that seemed the most interesting. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that, Chubbs. And Reed. Chubbs the cat and Reed. Chasing LC is the one to watch. Sometimes I see a comment and I'm like, what in the hell is he talking about? I don't know if it's you guys are talking or what's going on. I need to get a better chair, guys. What was the dog barking about? Oh, your neighbor stuck a note on the door telling you to be quiet. Turn the game down. Cool. Good night, Chubbs. The Chubbs and Reed. Deuces. Oh, your bracket. Of course. There's some dog was barking for like 2 hours out down a couple houses down today. We just were like, well, what's going on? What is it still barking at? Like, it's fine, but Sometimes I don't know. It was windy. Maybe there's just leaves blowing and it was one of them dogs. It's like would never figure it out. Like there's just leaves blowing, dog. We're down to 8 minutes to go. All right, here. So we've come a long way since discussing the Iowa 93 show. Not enough interesting has come around this game. Like nobody weird in the crowd, you know. Nothing strange going on there. I don't think at any point did I ever even turn off the light. Oh yeah, we don't need no. Never went full Pink Floyd on you. Again, I don't know why this is Pink Floyd, but that's pretty good. That looks nice. It's very psychedelic. Need to get a lava lamp. Maybe also a disco ball, even though that's not necessarily psychedelic. It would work. Oh man, that's cool. That poster looks cool back there. He's going to drop a 3. What's your question tonight, Spud? Oh, a long 3. 59-54. Michigan still leads, up 5. 7 minutes and 14 seconds to go. I guess I would still have questions about Building 7. I have a few questions about Building 7, I suppose. And then, yeah, all those old ancient structures. But then, damn, how could anybody, how would anybody really know? And then, anything else? Well, obviously, recently in the news, the JFK stuff. I'm starting to lose hope on alien life anywhere. I go back and forth. Do I think Roswell crash actually happened or not? I don't know. Sometimes I yes, sometimes no. Atlantis, I don't know. Probably misunderstood as something else. Probably just a very ancient or ancient advanced place. Yeah, Uncle Rico, Building 7 doesn't make sense, right? I'll buy the other ones. We've seen airplanes smash into them. I get it, but well, just some flying debris, like way over there, took out Building 7. Some fire started. Like what? And I mean, I have seen video where it was raging. You know, I do believe a fire could have started there, and I believe a bad fire could have started, but to come down. And it looked a lot like an implosion, looked even more like an implosion than the towers, which I in no way believe was an implosion. I think, like I said, we watched the towers get hit by airplanes. I don't think there's a big conspiracy there. I think the conspiracy might be, did we know and could we have prevented it? And were we more than happy to allow it to happen? Probably something like that. But Building 7, man, I don't know. And then you hear all kinds of things like what was in Building 7? What was under Building 7? Did Mel Brooks have an office in Building 7? Did Bill Cosby do his thing out of Building 7? Kevin Spacey? Let's not get back to Kevin Spacey. Yeah. I mean, I did see one video one time where the fires was like, damn, that's a pretty good fire, you know? Like, that would definitely fuck up your building. Be like, damn, man, the whole floor is ruined. Yeah, a couple of floors even. But still, come on. That would be, and it's been a while, I will say. I don't even, is that another super old one, Spud? I don't know if I know that one. and all the pyramid stuff, not just the three biggies in Egypt. And then I think I'm also on team the Sphinx is way older than those pyramids. I think they kind of don't they believe that the Sphinx is about the same age as one of those pyramids. I think it's a lot older than all of them. I think the face was obviously something different originally. I might have to check that out, Uncle Rico. I just might. I'm not into conspiracies as much as I once was, but I may check that out. And I mean, I still enjoy them if I'm able to watch something that's a conspiracy that is like, hey man, I kind of ain't buying this, but this is done well. This is fun. This is nothing sinister or like nobody's being harmed by this theory. Some of these idiots in true crime that have conspiracies, not only are they ruining true crime, they've ruined conspiracies. It's just like these people that are just sick, just mentally ill people. And for whatever reason, like everything's got to be a conspiracy. I mean, I don't know if you guys know. I mean, just these small towns that barely have enough money to put a police force together. They somehow come up in their mind like these places are just full of corruption dating back to the early 19. I mean, just like, come on, man. Not everything's a conspiracy. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes weird things happen. But I don't rule them all out for sure. And they've certainly some have happened that we didn't absolutely know about, that at the time, like while it was happening, if you talk, whoa, dude, you were probably a conspiracy theorist, but then years later you find out, oh, that was all absolutely true. Yeah, right. The Sphinx has to be, right? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'll be able to find it, Uncle Rico. In fact, if we just talk about it enough, the Building 7 documentary, it'll just be on my front page. Right, yeah, not some weird face that doesn't really match the body. Yeah, totally. And I mean, I'm sure like they don't know that they're a part of that, but yeah, the people that are pulling off ultimate conspiracies gotta love that, right? I do not believe Trey wears a wig, but it's possible, but I don't believe so. Now, there was one tour where Mike wore a wig. But yeah, I've worked with a guy or two over the years where just everything had to be a conspiracy. It's like, man, no, no, that could have just happened. And then there's things like Jeffrey Epstein where you're like, oh, come on. A more modern one. Mm. Oh, that he dyes his head red. Oh, that he dyes his hair is the conspiracy. Hmm. Dun 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 dun. I haven't known very many good Phish conspiracies. Well, around the time of the breakup, there were some. I don't remember a lot of them right now, but I remember some. I guess to some who didn't know real well, you question whether or not if Trey's drug problem was really that bad. Michigan up 3:45 to go. They have the ball. No, I thought you were saying that he was like never a redhead. I thought is what this person was implying from the very beginning. Trey, that would be the conspiracy. Like if he dyes his hair now, that's not really a conspiracy. But if he was never a redhead, if Trey's like a blonde or a brunette or dark hair, and since the very beginning his gimmick was going to be a redhead, red beard and all, going back to the 80s, that would be incredible. He was like, I never knew we were going to make it 40 plus years. Rick Pitino. They must have won. St. John's won. I got some gray here. I got the poly walnuts, but other than that, I'm pretty good. It's gotten thinner, of course. Got the little thin here. Got some thin back here. I'm okay, though. Nothing totally bald. That's good. Hanging in there. Oh, oregano. Almost. Yeah, clarify, Spud. Almost 58. All right. I'm going to be 58 by the time this game ends. Can't fast forward the commercials when you're live either. That's a bummer. Should have got up and moved around a little more during the stream. Floppy. Buddy, you've been sleeping this whole time, man? He's going to be up all night. This is crazy. No, not even a family member. I don't know what an FZAPA 20 conspiracy would be that, what would be a conspiracy? That I was actually hired by the band, and this is some weird promotion in a way. This has essentially been a commercial for the band all for the last decade. Like at some point the fan base was dwindling and they felt it. They knew they were about to launch an every show couch tour, you know. That would be a good conspiracy. I mean, I don't know how good it is, how juicy that is, but that I actually don't like Phish. That's people, I think a person or two might actually believe that. Those are probably people that are, you know, probably should see a doctor. Yeah, it would be a sweet gig, right? I don't know how, I wonder what something like that would pay. Steely Matt and a few people have become Phish fans. Boy, San Diego's got the ball. 3-point game. Still 63 to 60, 3:15 to go. A plant. A jam band plant. Could you imagine having jam band plants? Oh, tie game. 63 all. Dun, dun, dun. I know if I actually was Buckethead, that's the wig right there. You see the wig already. Obviously, you know I have a KFC hat. Bucket, you know what I mean. I do. I actually do. It's right over here. Lion sleeps tonight. And why else would I have this on my wall? You see that? That's me and the Crypt Keeper on Halloween. Buckethead. I like that Les Claypool, he's been in a couple of bands where he like has a song that's like the band name or somebody in the band. He has Mr. Oysterhead, and then with Buckethead, he had that song I Am Buckethead or Mr. Buckethead. I cannot play a lick of guitar though. That's probably the giveaway. Oh boy, Michigan now missing free throws. Uh-oh, dun 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 dun. Ooh, you can't let that guy score on you. That guy, oh, calm down. The UC San Diego bench is getting a little too excited. That's where you want to show some excitement, but not what they were just doing. They were acting like that just won the game. Calm down, guy. Oh, no, that's a bad shot. Oh, that's a bad shot by Michigan. He hits a three. 66-65 Michigan, 2:05 to go. What? Oh, we got a timeout. UC San Diego. All right, I'm gonna go pee real quick for this final 2 minutes. This final 2 minutes is gonna. I'll predict the final 2 minutes takes 13 minutes. You guys guess. I'll be right back. Floppy, we got us a game on our hand finally. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Floppy. Oh, we're already back? Damn, what happened? Uh-oh, they missed. Michigan got the rebound. Michigan's got the ball. Minute and 38. Slowly bringing it up the floor. A 1-point lead. Uh-oh, he's calling everybody away. This guy's feeling it. Don't fire up another big three, dude. Oh, he finds a guy open in the corner. Ooh, missed a wide open three. Michigan gets their own rebound in a roundabout way. All right, we're down to a minute and 13. Michigan's going to take their time. This guy's going to shoot it this time. He pulls up. He misses it. Got their own rebound again. Goes up strong. He wanted a foul. He didn't get it. San Diego's taking it down the floor. He gets stripped. The guy follows it. Michigan got the rebound. All right. Now Michigan's going to go with it. Now they're not. Now we got a foul or a timeout. We got a timeout, Michigan. All right. 40. Okay, there was a hectic 15 seconds there. Both teams probably wish they had slowed that down a bit. When he went back up with it strong, though, that wasn't a bad idea. But UC San Diego just taking off with the ball. They didn't necessarily have the numbers. All right, 66-65. What was that, 42 seconds to go? Okay, so they obviously don't have to foul here. Even if Michigan scores, it'll only be a 3-point game. Michigan hits a 3 here, it gets tougher. Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll waste as much time as they can and then shoot it with a few seconds on the shot clock if possible. And then the way the game is today, though, they very well could shoot a 3. You don't have to, though. Certainly they don't have to. "23 seconds on the shot clock." Who's that guy? The Tritons. All right. Well, if I had a lot on this game, I would be too. All right. 20-second, about a 20-second difference in the shot and game. Trying to get it down low. Oh, Michigan almost throws it away. They got 4 on the shot clock. They better get it off. And he does. Oh, offensive rebound, Michigan. He's fouled. 19 seconds to go. This guy's going to go to the line. UC San Diego bench not as excited as they were 2 minutes ago. Well, Vladislav Golden going to the line. He's 2 for 4 on the night. Did that guy foul out? Try to see your future from the line. I know. The offensive rebounding for Michigan has been pretty solid. Defensive rebounding has been horrible for UC San Diego. Look at these Michigan guys. What the fuck? That guy look like Michigan fans in the crowd. Oh, he hit them both. Wow. I didn't think he'd hit them both, really. Okay, so they don't have to have a 3, but they're down 3. 19 seconds to go. They could, if Michigan gives them a quick 2, do it. Oh, they're taking their time. They're going to shoot a 3, try and tie the game. They are not doing the quick 2 thing. Here we go. They're going to shoot a 3 to try and tie it. He missed it. Damn. All right. Game ends in regulation. 68-65, Michigan. $68-65. All right, so it closes out the parlay. While they're watching these Michigan fans celebrate. Don't worry, you're not going to be in the tournament long, all right? Enjoy your time in Denver because you're going to be headed back to Ann Arbor. You're not going to have to worry about the Sweet 16. All right, so the Big Ten, UCLA closing it out. All right. Good deal. What? How many? Yeah. Let's see. No, you're right. Oh no. Yeah, that went quicker than I thought. Actually, that was about a little over around 7 minutes, I think. Yeah, don't worry, Rico. They ain't going anywhere. And I mean, who? I mean, come on. It's Michigan basketball. Whenever they start to pretend and to care about their basketball, things are bad. Like Ohio State just won a national title. That's when Michigan will start caring about basketball. I remember during the playoff games, I think I don't know, Ohio State basketball lost a game or something, and some Michigan fan left a comment on one of my videos, like, LOL, why aren't you talking about Ohio State basketball? I'm like, because, dickhead, we're running to the national championship in the college football playoffs. Why aren't you on your channel talking about Michigan football? Nah, I don't even know. I think I might have picked them once in my bracket. That's how serious I take my brackets. I'm like, I think they're going to win. Although it was the dreaded 12 versus 5. Clemson got it. Yeah, Texas A&M. Yeah, Texas A&M should whoop their ass, I would assume. I hope. I hope they're not playing the late game. Nah, they'll be long gone by next Thursday. All right, well, we may just wrap this up right here. Go count my winnings on DraftKings, Ohio. All right, I think the winnings were about $3.94 or something like that. All right, guys, boom. Thanks to everybody. Spud and Tom Lake was here earlier. Uncle Rico. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Phil, you're back. Who doesn't like sandwiches? Phil, if we're going to get back into conspiracies, Paige liking sandwiches. Who doesn't like sandwiches? All right. There's too many. Ryan Kennedy. There's too many people here tonight to go back through. Look at Dan Z still there. Oh, Tom Lake is still here. I wondered. I think Wally P was here earlier. Steely Matt, of course. I think Steely Matt probably bailed when he saw we were talking about Michigan. Not that we were talking about Michigan, but I think he might take Ohio State a little too seriously. Like, it's okay. I love them too, but whatever. It's fine. But I think he's like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. He's rooting for Michigan. Not really. All right. in all seriousness, it was a bet for $1.47. It's kind of a joke. You get it? All right, guys. Boom. Love you guys. We're out of here. Oh, yeah, the Tej. I would have mentioned you more, but I have no idea what your name is. Tej, Dracula, Stetch. All right, we're out of here. Have a good night, Rico, and everybody else. Hey, maybe the Ohio State women's team will come through for us. They got a shot. All right, we're out of here. SE, my man, if you're watching again after the fact, that was supposed to be like a military thing, not you know what. What do they do? Like, the United States of Marine Corps. Yes, sir. Something like that. That was supposed to be one of those, like a tip of the cap, a nod. There's been some controversial hand gestures. Cut it out. All of you. Love you guys. Boom.